Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Blending Ain't Easy. I'm your host, Elle, and as always, thank you for tuning in. Now, if you've been following along, we've talked about everything from dating someone with a child to navigating parenting differences to setting boundaries with the ex. But today's episode, this one's personal. Because sometimes the toughest people to deal with in a blended family aren't the ex, the kids, or even your partner. It's your own family. That's right. Today, we're talking about what to do when your family doesn't accept the blend. Maybe your parents are distant. Maybe your siblings are judgmental. Maybe your family treats your partner's kids differently. Whatever the case, it hurts, and it can put a real pressure on your relationship. So, in today's episode, we're going to talk about why families sometimes react this way, how to handle it with grace, and how to protect your peace, even when people you love don't approve of your blended family. We always grow up believing family will support us no matter what, right? We picture them cheering us on when we find true love again, especially after some real hard seasons. But when it comes to blending families, that support doesn't always come so easily. Maybe your family loved your ex and refuses to move on, or maybe they think your partner has too much baggage. Or maybe they just can't wrap their heads around the idea of stepkids, exes, and shared holidays. Whatever that reason is, it can make you feel stuck between two worlds, your family and your partner's family. And that's really an uncomfortable place to be. But here's something I want you to hear. Their discomfort is not your responsibility to fix. You can be loving without sacrificing your peace. You can be respectful without tolerating disrespect. Sometimes family isn't rejecting you, they're rejecting what they don't understand. Now, let's look at the why, because when we understand where the resistance is coming from, we can respond with more patience and less frustration. If you've been married before, your family might still feel loyal to your ex, especially if they like them. They may think your current partner is replacing someone they cared about. Blending families changes traditions, right? Holidays, even who gets invited to what. They can make relatives feel left out or insecure. Let's be real. Some people just judge situations they've never experienced. They might see blended families as messy or complicated, when in reality, it's just different. Sometimes your parents might think they're protecting you from getting hurt again, right? They may not realize that their constant concern actually feels like criticism. Then there's sometimes they just haven't spent enough time with your partner or their children. They're forming opinions based on assumptions and not relationships, on past experiences that they might have had. They're just applying those thoughts and assumptions and opinions onto you. So understanding these reasons don't excuse the behavior, but it helps you approach the situation from a place of calm instead of chaos. Okay, so how do you handle it when your family doesn't approve? That's the question, right? Because ignoring it won't make it go away. But arguing every time won't help either. So here's what works. Step 1, start with communication. If someone you love is acting distant or cold, talk to them privately. You might say, I love you and your opinion means a lot to me, but this relationship makes me happy. I'd really like you to get to know my partner before forming opinion. That opens the door for a conversation without starting a war. All right. Step 2, set clear boundaries. You can be respectful and firm. If someone starts to say negative things about your partner or stepkids, say, I need you to respect my family, even if you don't really understand it yet. That's not being rude. That's just protecting your peace. Third, stay united with your partner. The last thing you want is for outside opinions to cause inside arguments. Make sure you and your partner are aligned about how to handle family tension. Step 4, keep your energy kind, but guarded. You don't need to match their attitude. You can love from a distance if that's what keeps your home peaceful. Step 5, remember, you don't need everyone's approval to build something beautiful. Your relationship is between you and your partner, not the world. So let's just be honest. Sometimes it goes beyond cold shoulders or shady comments. Sometimes your family crosses the line, maybe saying things directly to your partner or treating your stepchildren unfairly. That's when you have to speak up calmly, but clearly. You can say, I love you, but I cannot allow anyone to disrespect my partner or my family. I want you in my life, but that's a boundary for me. Will it be uncomfortable? Yes. But the moment you let people know your family deserves respect, you teach them how to treat you and everyone you love. You can't control the response, but you can control your space. And sometimes that means stepping back until they're ready to approach with kindness. Here's something that's really important. The kids, whether they're yours, your partner's, or both, children are very intuitive. They feel the tension even when you think they don't notice. If your family's disapproval is obvious, reassure the kids that it's not about them. You can say something like, sometimes adults take time to understand new situations, but that doesn't change how much you're loved and how much you're valued here. That small reassurance will go a long, long way with that child. Children need stability, and that starts with the adults handling their emotions with maturity. And when family members do eventually come around, help rebuild trust slowly. Don't force interactions. Let the kids set the pace. And here's the truth, y'all. Not everyone will understand your journey. And that's okay. You weren't meant to live for everyone's approval. You were meant to build peace, love, and purpose in your own home. Your blended family might not look like everyone else's, but it's yours. And that makes it beautiful. Over time, people often come around. They start to see the love, the effort, and the stability, and they start to soften up a little bit. But even if they don't, keep loving your family anyway. Keep showing up for your home. Keep choosing peace. Because at the end of the day, the people who matter most are the ones sitting under your roof, building that love with you day by day. Thank you all so much for listening to another episode of Blending Ain't Easy. If this episode spoke to your heart, share it with someone who might be going through the same thing. Share it with your family members. Sometimes it's good to hear things from another point of view. And if you haven't already, hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Next week, we're talking about dealing with guilt in blended families. The silent weight so many people carry when they're trying to make everyone happy. We're going to unpack that and talk about how to let that guilt go. Until next time, remember, love takes peace, families take teamwork, and blending, well, blending ain't easy, but it's always worth it. Toodles!